तारक मेहता का उल्टा चश्मा के एपिसोड 3945 में हम देखेंगे कि किस तरह हर एक गोकुलधाम वासी और जेठालाल, टप्पू और चंपक चाचा सारे सुंदर से बहुत नाराज़ हैं क्योंकि वो सब ये कह रहे हैं कि सुंदर ने उनका दिल दुखाया है। और फिर हम देखते हैं टप्पू को ये कहते हुए कि वो आज से सुंदर से कभी बात नहीं करेगा। और फिर सुंदर कहता है कि वो इतना पत्थर दिल ना बने। तो फिर टप्पू कहता है कि वो पत्थर दिल इसलिए है क्योंकि सुंदर पत्थर दिल है। तो हम देखते हैं कि जेठालाल भी टप्पू के इस फैसले के साथ है और पूरी गोकुलधाम सोसाइटी सुंदर से बेहद नाराज़ है क्योंकि सुंदर ने एक बार फिर अपना वादा पूरा नहीं किया और अपने वचन को तोड़ दिया। तो हम देखेंगे कि इसी तरह जैसे ही हर एक गोकुलधाम वासी सुंदर पे गुस्सा हो रहा होता है, फिर हम देखते हैं दया की एंट्री जो कि सोसाइटी में होगी और सारे हैरान रह जाएंगे कि सुंदर इतनी देर तक सारों की बातें सुनते रहा, सारों का गुस्सा झेलते रहा और उसने ये सरप्राइज़ नहीं किसी को बताया कि दया सुंदर के साथ ही आई है। और जैसे सारे गोकुलधाम वासियों का ध्यान गाड़ी पर था, दया पीछे के दरवाजे से जाकर जेठालाल के घर चले गई है और अभी दया जेठालाल के घर है और दया को ये नहीं पता कि जेठालाल ने सुंदर को मारा है क्योंकि अगर दया को ये बात पता होती तो दया बहुत देर पहले ही निकल आती। लेकिन क्योंकि दया को इस बात का पता नहीं था तो इसलिए दया अभी भी जेठालाल के घर में है। और हम देखेंगे कि कैसे सब हैरान हो जाते हैं और फिर हर एक गोकुलधाम वासी सुंदर से माफ़ी मांगता है कि उन सब ने सुंदर को इतना सुनाया और इतना गुस्सा किया उस पर और उनको ये पता भी नहीं था कि सुंदर अपने साथ दया को लाया है। अगर आप सबसे पहले तारक मेहता का उल्टा चश्मा के एपिसोड्स देखना चाहते हैं तो मैजिक वर्ल्ड को सब्सक्राइब कर दें और इस वीडियो को लाइक कर दें ताकि अगले तारक मेहता का उल्टा चश्मा के फुल एपिसोड्स आपके पास सबसे जल्दी आएँ। तो इस एपिसोड को शुरू करते हैं। टुडेज़ एपिसोड इज़ डेटेड ऑन 3rd of December 2023, and in this very episode we are going to discuss a lot of things that both of our shows might have to offer in the upcoming episodes slash whatever you can say you want to call them. We will see a lot of differences, a lot of new plots, and of course without getting further into it we should just get right into it, or of course without getting further distracted we should get into it by saying that today's episode is definitely very surprising for all Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma fans because they have been waiting for this for a very long time. And of course we must talk about the previous episode as well, and that previous episode does not have anything likable at all because this just feels so irritating now. And of course in both the shows Barsate and Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma all our hopes have been destroyed. The ship that was sailing to a good island for a journey that would be so loving and wonderful for Aradhana did not you can say sail at all, and it just sunk down with the help of Rayanj, and now Aradhana is in the sea along with Rayanj. So of course we thought that Aradhana would finally get her life together when Rayanj would be gone and she would finally be able to marry Jay. And of course Jay being the walking green flag, he is really, you can say, interesting, and we would love to see that he would, well, of course, be a great you can say addition to Aradhana's love life, and he already was, but then he said some things that we really didn't see coming, and of course here we are suffering the, you can say, consequences of the actions of Jay and his you can say friends. So we will see that Jay will be gone to the jail, and the person behind all of this would be Rayanj, to no one's surprise, because Rayanj is the only person who has this much influence in the law as well. So he was able to really just get his own friend into jail with the help of money, because money is everything to these people, and he has been doing this for a very long time. So it's not anything that is new. It's nothing new. We have been here for a very long time, and we can clearly see that this is definitely something that no one saw coming. But here we are, suffering the, you can say, the consequences of the writers as well as our characters, our involved characters. And of course, the disappointment that the episode was, or you can say both of the episodes, both Barsate and Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, we thought that maybe this disappointment wouldn't be that disappointing, because they can still, you can say, pull a trick, or maybe they have some you can say trick up their sleeve, and we might as well see their back, but it would be very much delusional, or you can say we would be deeply rooted in delusion if we think that Daya is coming back, because this is not going to be true at all, and we have already seen. So the episode started off with Jethalal, you can say, opening the car doors for all the people, and of course, just as the doors open, we see that it is Bagha in a way. Maybe his name is Bagha, or he is a friend of Sundar, and he comes out and everyone is shocked, and of course they should be, because they were expecting Daya, but as always they get their own, you can say, they really just repeat their own scripts, which is just unbelievable. We thought that we were past this, but they keep on repeating this whole same plot over and over again, and the only thing that's new is, or are, the characters, or you can say the actors, because we have seen our, you can say, people doing this for a very long time. So it will be interesting to see how these shows are doing with new characters. And of course, we have gotten some tea, or really some really terrible news regarding the show, and that is definitely something really, you can say, alarming, and it is definitely something really concerning about this show. So we can only hope that this is changed later, or maybe this is changed now, but it has to, because if it doesn't, then all hope is lost for this show. So anyone who has watched this show would already know that when Sundar was doing all this, he was, you can say, preventing Jethalal to open the car door that had Daya, or you can say that didn't have Daya in it. So we see that Sundar is just acting really weirdly, and of course the person that we were so excited, the person that they were so excited to meet, Daya, was quickly forgotten, because we have no idea why. And yeah, so this just is unbelievable, and it is miserable to the fullest. And of course, the writers finally thought of having Jethalal open the car door where Daya was. So we see that Jethalal is now frustrated that Daya isn't coming out of the car, and of course he opens the car door, and he did not see that Daya was not there for some reason. And we thought that it would be at least the diya would be there, the mud lamp, the so-called mud lamp would be there in the car, but that even wasn't there. So maybe they still can have Sundar have his promise or his oath, or it definitely is an oath, or it is a swear, or whatever this is. He can fulfill that oath if Daya was gone with just after lighting up the diya in Jethalal's house. But it is also confirmed, and Sundar said it himself, that Daya did not come to Mumbai from Ahmedabad, and of course, that is definitely something really tragic. And we see that Jethalal passes right through the car, and of course, it is for comedic reasons, and everyone is shocked to not see Daya being pushed out of the car because Jethalal just ran right through the seats. And of course, everyone is as shocked as, well, anyone would be. And it is quite clear that these people really don't care about all of this, all of their fans, by, well, of course we mean that. And we see that Sundar is for some reason shocked when he should just be taking it as it is, because why is he even shocked is what we are wondering, because he knew that these things would happen. And Jethalal, we can say, angrily shuts the car door, and Jethalal asks Sundar if where is Daya. That is the most important question to Jethalal as of now. Every single person in the society is really shocked, and they really are just, you can say, very frustrated that Sundar did not bring Daya. And of course, everyone would be shocked, because this is just, you can say, miserable. And we see that everyone is really shocked, and they are really disappointed. And of course, some of them are not disappointed because they knew that that wasn't coming. And we are talking about our in-world characters, the smart ones, if we take Bhide and Mehta Saab as a smart character. And of course, this is Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma. Realism is not really, you can say, in the books right now, so maybe they will just have their, well, shows people, or their, you can say, their own characters not showing up on their, you can say, well, set or something. And of course, we will talk about the tea that we learned, that we got on this show, which has a very dark, you can say, background. And we see that everyone just thinks that Sundar is pulling a prank on the people of Gokuldham society, but no one is, you can say, falling for that. By no one, we mean Jethalal, Mehta Saab, and Bhide. And of course, whatever this joke is, whatever this prank is, we thought that it was for real. But then Jethalal confirmed that Daya isn't with Sundar, and Daya did not leave Ahmedabad at all. So we definitely have some theories that we discussed in the previous episodes as well, which would alter with the newer episodes, but the core theme of the theory would remain the same. So Jethalal calls Tapu back, and we see that Jethalal says very loud and clearly that Daya did not come to Gokuldham society. She did not leave Ahmedabad at all, which just puts everyone into shock. We have no idea why. And of course, we see that this is the episode where Jethalal gives up and is now tired of every single thing happening in his life thanks to Sundar. So of course, this is definitely something very, you can say, tragic, and it should be, because these are the things that have been repeatedly going on for a very long time. So, well, talking about our, you can say, next show, the second show, Barsaatein, we will see how Jay will react to Aradhna's henna having Jay's, well, not Jay's, Riyansh's name. And that is definitely something really, really not, you can say, interesting at all, because how can Aradhna not notice that her husband to be, her future husband's name is not on her hand, but instead her toxic ex. So, of course, Jethalal is just going through a lot right now, on the other hand, and we see that, all of our main characters are going through a lot. We see that Aradhna has gone through the worst, Jethalal has gone through something worser, and of course, our characters like Rehansh or Bhide or Jay, and all of these characters from both our shows have gone through some truly terrible things. And of course, we see that Jethalal is really crying now because he just thinks of the times when he was with Daya, and of course, that is the most emotional, you can say, compilation or montage where Jethalal remembers all the great times he had with Daya, and of course, the music that plays on the screen is also very tragic. And of course, Dilip Joshi gave his best performance here in a very long time, and of course he is a very talented actor, but this is definitely something really rare from him, and we see it here. So you can say that in a way Dilip Joshi tried to save this episode, but even his, you can say, efforts were gone in vain because this episode cannot be saved. So Dilip Joshi, or you can say Jethalal, remembers all the times he was with Daya and how that was so interesting. And now all of these things are gone into dust because Daya wouldn't come to Jethalal. So of course there is a reason why this is happening, and it all goes back to the producers and the showrunners who are behind the show's, well, not success, but definitely not the, you can say, downfall, or maybe they are equally, you can say, responsible for the downfall of this very show. So we see that everyone is really excited for Aradhna's wedding. Of course, we must talk about that as well. You can say that Aradhna is in love with Rehansh more than Jay, but she also sees that Rehansh is as toxic as his, well, other loving traits, and that is definitely something everyone should keep an eye out on, because no one wants a toxic husband for their lives. And of course, the Indian culture and the brown culture of it all is strictly against the divorces. So Aradhna can't even file a divorce from Rehansh because it would be, actually Rehansh, and of course she can't do that because it would paint her as the bad person, which the Indian society worries about a lot, which is very, you can say, relatable. It is very true. It is not something completely out of the ordinary. It is very ordinary. It is completely understandable for Aradhna to, you can say, worry about her future. And of course, she can't pick one. And we see that in the trailer, or in the coming up next promo, in episode 106, we see that Rehansh is basically forcing Aradhna to make a quick decision, to making a split-second decision that would alter or change Aradhna's life forever. So this is a life-altering, important decision that she should have discussed with her family members and people who she trusts, and most importantly, her therapist. But of course, things like these are somewhat encouraged in the society, but they aren't as greatly, you can say, influencing as they should be. And of course, the people, the consumers also don't like that as well. So it's really no one's fault that the show that we see, or the shows, you can say we are talking about multiple shows, or Hebi, all of these shows really cater to the audience and what the audience wants to see. And of course, the Indian audience and the audiences of these shows really don't like something woke or progressive, and they really want, you can say, they want these shows to be as old school as possible, so they can get some sick thrill out of it, which is definitely something that shouldn't be normalized at all. So we really hope that all the things that are going on behind the scenes of Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma will definitely have a light shed upon them. But until then, we will definitely be here for the newer episodes of both of these shows. And of course, this was our episode 3945 and 106 episode that was uploaded on today, which was dated on 3rd December 2023. So you can always count on us to be the first ones to provide two of the most famous shows of Indian television, and of course we will always be the first ones to post updates and theories and predictions and analytics of our favorite shows before anyone else can. And we will always be here as the Magic World that has always been the first one. Subscribe our channel and watch these episodes brought to you by Magic World, the channel that brings you daily episodes before any other streaming services. Our goal is to provide entertainment to our viewers with freshly made episodes only for the true Magic World fans. Hit the bell icon so you never miss the opportunity to watch our episodes.